Hi, so I'm Laura. I have two boys. One is 10 and one is 15. Obviously, I'm very concerned about what they could be viewing online, especially for my teenager, because there's a lot of inappropriate and misogynistic content out there, which I would prefer him not to have access to. I have Google Family Link on the PC, which allows me to block any appropriate searches or any inappropriate websites, as well as being able to set age limits on things like YouTube, what they can access, and it gives me an idea of their screen time and what they're doing on that device. And then with the phone, they are both linked to the Apple family group. With my eldest, it allows me to control certain things like how much time does he have in terms of access to social media. He only has an Instagram teen account. He doesn't have any other sorts of forms of social media, but even with that, I cap it to 1 hour a day. And again, I can block sort of inappropriate searches. I can put age limits on things, and I can generally see what not specifics, but I can see where he's using his time online. I can see that he is mainly using it to listen to music or watch YouTube. And yeah, it gives me a good overall. And that's how, I ensure that I set up these family links across both devices, because just having that basic level of control is really important. One of the most important things I think I ever did was ensuring that right from the start, when he got a phone, that any apps he downloaded had to be approved by me first. So anytime he wants to download an app, it goes to my phone or my computer, and I can have a look at it first, and stops the ability of downloading hidden apps that sometimes are hidden away from parents. Although he is quite open about, he does generally even come and ask me first anyway. So that is my one. I definitely think that needs to be implemented right from the start with any kind of screen time. My biggest fear in terms of consistency is not in the home. It's when my son goes to school or is with his friends. He has told me before that he has seen things on friends' phones that was alarming or made him feel uncomfortable. And I know that there are a lot of settings in place where he wouldn't be able to access that on his own, but I cannot control what he sees with his friends or outside of the home. And then that just comes to having really good open dialogue. I feel very privileged that he has come to me on numerous occasions and said, I've seen something that made me feel uncomfortable, and then we could talk about it. Kids finding a workaround, I'm in no way do I think that my teen is a saint. I remember what it was like to be a teen, and you don't always tell your parents the truth. But I do feel that we have a good level of trust, and it is hard. I mean, I know what I was doing as a teen, but this online world is completely different to what we experienced, and there is a really strong sense of lack of control. We can't control it all, and that is very nerve-wracking. And I think the main thing is just listening to them, taking them on board, keeping a good line of communication. My teen is fully aware that I have these family features that, that he has to go through approval for apps, that he can't access, any content that's not suitable for above his age. He has asked for certain apps and I've said no, such as Snapchat. He's asked multiple times for that, and we've had lots of discussions, and he's accepted that he can't have it. You've got to give a little. You have to give a little. If you say no to everything, they're going to find a way to, do it without your approval. My advice to parents, especially when you have a teenager, because it is a lot, is, again, to talk a lot, to have an open dialogue, to make them understand how important it is, especially even in terms of jobs, social media, not posting anything that could potentially mean you won't be very employable. The digital footprint, it's very important to explain to children also about scamming, inappropriate websites, but also to give a little, but also be very clear in your communication. My son is very aware that I have parental controls, and that trust needs to be earned on both sides. And my one biggest thing is, definitely get approval for apps. Don't allow them to be downloading any app without you being able to see first. I think that is really important.